Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Alex, and today we're going to do something special. We're going to start the stock operator portfolio. I'm just going to show you guys what I'm doing, what the portfolio looks like, and hopefully over time you guys can go along on this journey with me and see how it performs over time. All right, so let's get into it. Okay, yeah, let's go back to the SPY. So just a little bit of a market update. We were talking earlier that we were going to bounce. This was the area on this gap that they were defending, and we gapped above it, so that's a good sign. Sort of a little island reversal here. So normally when I do my market updates, you guys see here in the bottom right, I have position growth and I have position income. So let's get into what kind of positions I have and how I'm diversifying my portfolio for 2025. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So I'm at about 42% in yield, stocks and bonds and stuff like that, and 57% in growth. So essentially stocks, and you can see the breakdown here, okay, of the yield portion of the portfolio and the growth portion of the portfolio. We're going to get into the details, but this is basically what's going on. So on the yield side, got 12% in long-term bonds, CLOs, 7%, BDCs, 4.5%, preferred shares 4%, high yield bonds 4%, levered MBS 4%, and diversified ETFs at 6.5%. Okay, and then we got tech at 19%, 5.5% at industrials, 2% in healthcare, 2.2% in comm services, 1.3% in energy, 5.5% in consumer staples, 4.4% in materials, and 8.5% in consumer discretionary. So let's dig in. Let's see what's going on here. So this is the portfolio, and I'm using this website called Snowball Analytics. It's an okay website. The one thing I don't like about it is it doesn't show options. So if I'm going to sell a covered call, it doesn't show up in the portfolio. I have it set on, import automatically, but I just don't see it importing any options. But it's a great way to track your portfolio and, know how much you're going to make throughout the year from dividends. It's a pretty decent product. Yeah, as you can see here, it says 5% cash when the portfolio doesn't have 5% cash. I have some option strategies, but let's get into it. So it says 40%. We have funds. Okay. And I don't want this video to get too long, so I'm just gonna very briefly just give you guys a taste of what's going on. And then, in new videos as we go along, I can talk more about specifically what's going on. But essentially, you can see here, this is the fund portion of the portfolio where I have, bonds, some China stuff, some of these income ETFs, and I'll do some videos about, what these things are, later. But it does a pretty good job of outlining, how much you're up or down, and stuff like that. So 40% in funds, 11% in financials, which is a little bit misleading because some of these are, I guess they're financials, yeah. So BDCs and MBS securities and just a Chinese fintech stock. Okay. So then we got information technology, Consumer discretionary. So let's take a look inside information technology. Okay. So this is what it looks like. BitDeer, StoneCo, these sorts of things. Consumer discretionary, Tesla, Amazon, MOG.A. I just picked up this MOG.A. I should make a video on this because this is kind of interesting to me. This is just a play on humanoid robots that I don't think everybody thinks these auto parts businesses are not very good, but perhaps they'll become good with humanoid robots. That's my speculation. Okay. Consumer staples. So you can check it out. Celsius, Sam, Estee Lauder, Elf. What do we got going on here? Industrials. The Zim just gave out a fat dividend, so it's down, but yeah, so New Scale, Power Corp, Fortress Transportation. Let's moving onwards. Material stocks. These are gold and silver miners. Doing pretty good. Moving onwards. It says other. I bought this Tempest AI stock, and I don't know why it's other. It should be a tech stock. In this, I counted it in the tech stocks portion here when I was doing the math. So over here, healthcare, I got Moderna. And communication services, I got Warner Brothers Discovery. And then energy, Centrus Energy, which is a play on nuclear energy. Okay. So yeah, this is a great website. I mean, it's got really interesting tools. It lets you see the dividends through the year, and it lets you see exactly every day, of the week, how much you're going to get. So that's fun and dandy. It lets you track your portfolio versus the NASDAQ or the S&P 500, which is interesting here, which is always great because you'll hopefully want to outperform the index. And then it also has this community tab where it shows you, in these portfolios, which I set up, it lets you see how many other portfolios have certain stocks in their portfolio. Has it for stocks, and it also has it for ETFs, which is pretty interesting. And it also allows you to follow certain portfolios. So, I'll put a link in the description so you could follow the portfolio. You could see like all the ads and sells and stuff like that in real time. Okay. So going back to here, yeah, just wanted to make that video because I think a lot of people would be interested in what's going on in my portfolio and maybe how it differs from theirs. And we'll see how it does. All right, guys, thanks for joining, and we'll see you on the next one.